Hello everyone, BurgerBrush here, and today I'm going to make a quick video on the updated Atlas changes that was introduced in the new Path of Exile expansion called Echoes of the Atlas. Now, Echoes of the Atlas introduced a new endgame boss called the Maven, where she witnesses our fights that we engage different enemies in different maps, and then she captures those bosses and we can then fight her inside her arena. And what this means is that every time you fight her in her arena, she will then grant you some passive ascendancy points for each region of the Atlas. And basically what this means is that you can see now that if you look here on my screen that Alexa Joris, Lex Proxima, Tyrion's End, Hayward Camlet, Glenna Carnes, Nuva Styria, Valdus Rest, Lirathane all have these circles on them. And if you click on the middle of them, you get these little ascendancy tree for each area. And we have New Vaster and all that stuff. And basically what this means is that you can influence your Atlas a lot more than you could before. For example, Glenna Carnes here, I have a chance to attract beyond enemies. They give more XP, and you can summon more powerful beyond demons. I have higher chance of getting Legion encounters, and I have strong boxes, and they can have a chance to be opened a second time, and they're all corrupted and they're at least rare as well. So what this means is that there's a bunch of different tactics that you can do now. You can farm a lot of different things. For example, in Hayward Camlet, there's a lot of people farming Harvest Croft because you have a higher chance of getting the Grove, and so on and so on. Now, this video is going to be about the fact that you should do this. If you haven't done this already, you should focus very heavily on doing these Maven fights. And this video is not about the Maven fights, it's just telling you that you should do this. If you don't know about the new system, check it out, learn it, do it all. Get your Maven fights done, because there is a lot of ways to make big amounts of money right now. By farming certain things or by having this. For example, in New Vaster, there's a bunch of people who are farming Legion monoliths with these ones because they give a great amount of rewards. And Valdus Rest, for example, the Harbingers here are absolutely insane because there's always a bunch of Harbingers and they all drop pretty nice currency as well. And then you have Metamorph and Blight and whatever you want, right? So it's a lot about that. But the main thing I want to talk about this video is that I've seen a lot of people say that they don't know what the Uncharted Realms is. So basically, as you can see here on my screen right now, is that the Maven can also witness you fight the Shaper Guardians, the Elder Guardians, the Memory Fights, the Breach Lords, and also some of the endgame bosses in Path of Exile. Now, if you let her witness all these fights and then you drop an invitation to go do that fight, you will encounter all at the same time. For example, if you let the Maven witness your Hydra, Minotaur, Sphinx, and Chimera, and then you go and do that specific fight, you fight all four at the same time in the arena. But the big thing here that a lot of people have been missing, I've heard and seen from people in my channel, as I do stream on twitch.tv/BurgerBrush, by the way, is that a lot of people don't really know about the Uncharted Realms, and this is a very big thing. The people that are making multiple exalts every day, upwards towards 10 exalts perhaps, even if you're a newer player, by selling harvest crafts and doing harvest here, is that they get the Sana missions, and then they add Sana all the time through Hayward Camlet. And if you have Sana in Hayward Camlet, Sana missions have a chance to have sacred groves in them, and then you just spam atoll maps or something like that, and you just get a bunch of harvest crafts and you can sell them. And there's a bunch of different things that you can do here. You can add +1 awakening level, have a higher chance of dropping awakened gems from Cirrus, have a higher chance of dropping Elder and Shaper Guardian maps when killing unique bosses when you're mapping. And then the Elder, for example, has a higher chance to drop a Watcher's Eye Jewel, and we all know those are worth a lot. The Guardian's Aid, every time you encounter a Shaper Elder Guardian inside a map, when he drops down to 33% life, he will not only regain full life, but another Guardian will come to his aid and you will fight two at the same time. And then you have a chance of getting 2 fragments instead. And this can be great for farming Elder, Shaper, Uber Elder sets, all that stuff, and killing that. Sextant modifiers have 1 additional use, so when you sextant an area, instead of having 3 uses, which is useless, you have 4, for example. And also what the Maven brought is that there's these new watchstones as well that you can craft certain things on, that you can slot in instead of like the normal watchstones. You can instead have a higher quantity, contain a shrine. Legion encounters have a chance to be Templar, and I have a couple of those because I farm Legion monoliths here, and Templars with quite a bit of money, the splinters. There's a bunch of these different things, and when you have the effect of watchstone modifiers, it increases the effect of these ones that you have there. Then you have a higher chance to drop synthesis maps, and most synthesis maps have a chance to drop synthesized items, and some of these items could be pretty strong, and an effect. And unique bosses also drop more stuff, and more master missions every day as well. And I already made a video regarding master missions and how to make money on those. But you should basically do all of this. If you haven't done it, you should do it. You're missing out on a ton of XP, a ton of more fun stuff in your maps, and a ton of money as well. So go do all these fights. If you can't do them yourself, get a boss killer to help you, or push your character to the point where you can actually do it, and do all of them in every single region. There's a couple of Maven fights that you have to do in order to get more skill points in each area, but you absolutely should do it. And if you haven't, you're really missing out on what the Echoes of Atlas expansion is really about. Now, remember as well, if you haven't already done this, swing over to my Twitch over at twitch.tv/burgerbrush, where I'm a full-time streamer and I stream almost daily Path of Exile content. If you have any questions regarding this build or any other build in the game, or anything in the game in general, feel free to ask. Also hang out with the rest of the community. We also have an open guild in the game that you can join if you want to hang out with the community as well. And remember to subscribe here on YouTube, and most important of all, have a fantastic fucking day, my friend.